In the port of Djibouti, dozens of boxes with MSF or Red Cross stickers, two of the rare international aid organisations still working in Yemen. They're sharing the same boat, as this is the only way to get to Aden, the largest city in the south that has been badly hit by the fighting.
Le problème, c'est que l'aéroport d'Aden est complètement détruit, donc le seul moyen d'accès, c'est le bateau. Et encore, on a un endroit privilégié pour pouvoir accoster, mais le port d'Aden lui-même est assez dangereux. La semaine dernière, c'était juste la veille qu'on arrive, il y a eu un bateau de réfugiés qui s'était fait descendre, quoi. Ouais.
It's been 3 months since the fighting began. On one side are the Houthi rebels who have taken control of much of the country, and on the other, forces loyal to the president and the Saudi Arabia-led international coalition. A ceasefire agreement signed at the end of May officially lasted 5 days, but the hostilities never really stopped.
We heard the clashes, we heard bombing everywhere, so I don't believe in ceasefire. There is no truce. There is no ceasefires at all.
An MSF team treats the wounded in this hospital in Aden. Every day sees more casualties caused by the fighting that is often very close by.
This patient is a victim of an abdominal gunshot wound. He had severe vascular injuries. He had a gunshot wound through the aorta, and he had severe blood loss and profound shock even before we started resuscitation. Even if we continued for more than an hour with maximum resuscitation, he didn't manage to survive during surgery.
The hospital is working at full capacity, but to reach out to the many people still without access to healthcare, MSF opened a clinic in Crater district.
The people cannot transfer to other area because the way is blocked, and many patients suffer here from injury, gunshot and shrapnel, and receive management here, cannot take access away to other hospitals.
A few days later, an MSF team went to another neighbourhood in Aden, where residents from Crater have taken refuge.
Gunshot where? Left leg. Iman is a displaced place for the people that was in Crater Mualla. Then we decided to come in this place to do 2 times in a week the dressing for patients that need follow-up. But it can reach our hospital. Particularly, we are for injuring patients during this war.
Sana, Taz, Khamir. Fighting continues across the country, resulting in both direct and indirect victims. Countless people are displaced and bearing the consequences of shortages caused by difficulties in getting supplies through. In the north and centre of Iraq, it's the civilians who bear the brunt of the conflict. The humanitarian crisis is now chronic, and many displaced families have no access to sanitation or drinking water. In this village near Kirkuk, around 100 families have fled from advancing Islamic State forces.
I
don't think we'll ever go home. The situation is bad, and day after day, it will get worse.
Like Yassin and his family, 3 million people have fled the fierce fighting in several regions of Iraq. Except in the most secure areas, they have almost no access to aid, as humanitarian organisations are few and far between. These women carry everything they own on their heads. As they arrive in this displaced persons camp in Bentiu in the north of the country, they speak of burnt-out villages, killings, looting and rape. The camp is under United Nations protection, but even then, it is no safe haven for the thousands of refugees as the fighting continues right outside.
The violence-related cases we received were mainly those who got the injuries while they were in the village. They were got by a shell and also stray bullet, The second kind of injuries, these are patients we are receiving from the protection of civilians that are here in the United States, here in Bentiu. They got injuries from stray bullet, where even they are still in the two holes within the protection of civilians.
Compared to previous months, the number of new patients arriving at MSF's hospital in Bentiu tripled in April, and the onset of the rainy season in these overcrowded camps will further worsen an already dire humanitarian emergency.